Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Warframe, and Plains of Eidolon is not for the new players. Eidolon, whichever way they wanted to pronounce that particular word, that particular name. I'm going to call it Eidolon. Anyway, if you're a new player and you want to get into this open world provided to us by Digital Extremes, which looks awesome and so on, frankly, it is really not for you. And if you are a returning player who has come back to Warframe just because, ooh, open world, then if you have not finished the star chart, if you do not have leveled up mods and some other level up gear and so on, then this is really not for you. And I will explain why right now. Alright. So Plains of Eidolon opens up very early. You basically just have to get out of the new tutorial area and you can get into Plains of Eidolon right away. However, Plains of Eidolon is not essentially built into the regular progression of the game. What I mean by this is, when you start progressing along the star chart, from the beginning to the end, you keep using materials you find along the way to build new weapons, build new warframes and so forth. On the early planets, Earth, Mars, so on, you're finding things like ferrite and rubido and so on, which you're still using to some of those very later game pieces. This does not work for Plains of Eidolon at all. Materials you find in Plains of Eidolon basically require you to have the Plains of Eidolon stuff to craft them with. And they are not used in any of the other parts of the game, such as the warframes you may, well, farm essentially from some certain missions, certain bosses along the star chart. You do not find materials to build them in Plains of Eidolon. However, there is also the fact that Plains of Eidolon, being expansive open world, has its own little things for traversing it. For example, Archwing Launcher. So you can use an Archwing to move around Plains of Eidolon. However, this requires that you have actually done the Archwing quest line. And also, you need to build the Archwing Launcher, and that means you need access to Clan Dojo who have researched Archwing Launcher. So you can actually deploy your Archwing in Plains of Eidolon. If you do not have a clan who has this research done, then you are fresh out of luck, and if you are playing public groups and so on in Plains of Eidolon, you happen to land into a group where everybody has an Archwing Launcher, you are going to be left slugging around on the ground while everybody else zooms around the world and basically does things before you even get there to do anything. Then of course there is the whole day and nighttime cycle, which is to say that the nighttime is really not for newer players. If you do not have a whole lot of fairly well-leveled mods and fairly good equipment and gear available to you, then the nighttime is just going to destroy you. The daytime you can do with a little bit lower requirements, kind of easily still, but as I mentioned, it's not really built into the rest of the progression. And also, even the new Warframe, which came out of with Plains of Eidolon, Agara, acquiring her requires doing a whole lot of things in Plains of Eidolon. It is a kind of a long grind to get her, so essentially, even she is not a newbie frame you can get within, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You can get Rhino very early in a couple hours of gameplay, and there is a new Warframe for you. Agara is not anybody like that. As such, I frankly do not recommend Plains of Eidolon to very new players, or even returning players if you do not have much of the star chart open. Because go and open the star chart, get yourself some other things, level up your equipment, level up your mods, and then go Plains of Eidolon. If you just want to explore Plains of Eidolon, yeah, you can have a go, but don't be surprised if you keep getting destroyed over and over and over, or if you have no fun at all with public groups in Plains of Eidolon, because, you know, people who have played the game for a while have their Warframe launchers now and just zoom about while you slug it around on the ground, hoping to get somewhere where you can get some loot. And the loot you're getting doesn't really help you in opening the actual star chart, because the things you get don't help you build weapons and warframes you acquire during opening that star chart. It was kind of evident to me that Plains of Eidolon wasn't really aimed to new players when I stumbled around the Cetus, the new town, and I instantly ran into, for whatever reason, I ran into the vendor selling Kubro gear. Kubro being the canine, the animal companion you can essentially build, construct for yourself, and that is also behind a long quest, which is not really something a new player can do. As for the nighttime, I haven't really done the nighttime myself, I admit that, because I am a returning player who hasn't really opened the star chart fully, and so on. But I have spoken with a few people who have done the nighttime quite a bit, and they say that, or suggest that you have the War Within quest done before you really try to do the nighttime bosses and so on. So I will not spoil the War Within quest or anything else here, but just make a note of that as well. So as such, returning to the beginning of this video, Plains of Eidolon, from my point of view, my perspective, my experience with it so far, is not for a new player, not for a returning player, unless you have very well crafted gear already to go with it, to at least enjoy the daytime without any hassle, and possibly have a chance to survive during the nighttime. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful to somebody who is thinking of getting to Warframe just for Plains of Eidolon.